How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we're going to talk about Candace Owens' so-called controversial comments about nationalism and Hitler that were made over in UK. She is part of Turning Point USA, and they just started Turning Point UK. They're over there giving the talk. I guess it was a Q&A section at a certain point in time, and somebody from the audience asked about nationalism. She gave her response, which included Hitler. And people from the media got this and went into a total tizzy. They're throwing the fit all over Twitter, all over the internet, writing articles, hit pieces, adding things to what she said, all kind of stuff. Now, I do have video of her response. But before we get into it, I just want to say that if you don't know, I do know Candace Owens. I consider her a good friend. So you may think I'm going to be biased here, but it's not even like that. I'll give it to you pretty straight. I'll talk about what she said in the clip. Then I'll talk about what I would have said. I'll talk about the reaction to it. And then I'll just talk about everything else that's going on and wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, I agree. I actually don't have any problems at all with the word nationalism. I think that it gets, the definition gets poisoned by elitists that actually want globalism. Globalism is what I don't want. So when you think about, whenever we say nationalism, the first thing people think about, at least in America, is Hitler. You know, he was a National Socialist, but if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German, everybody to look a different way. That's not, to me, that's not nationalism. In thinking about how it could go bad down the line, I don't really have an issue with nationalism. I really don't. I think that it's okay. It's important to retain your country's identity and to make sure that what's happening here, which I think is incredibly worrisome in terms of the decrease in the birth rate that we're seeing in the UK, is what you kind of want to avoid. So I don't have anything problem. I have no problems with nationalism. It's globalism that I try to avoid.
All right. So you saw that, you heard that. Now let's just get straight to it. Let's cut straight to the chase. Some may say that she should have worded her answer better. Some may say that she should have not have mentioned Hitler at all. Some say that they agree for various reasons. Now, first thing about the wording of the answer better, I'm not quite sure if wording the answer differently would have changed the reaction from people that don't like Candace and that don't like the right anyway. They're always going to try to find something to get you on, regardless of what it is. In her answer, she was separating nationalism away from Hitler and away from Hitler's ideals. People added in things after her comments talking about, she said it was okay for Hitler to kill the Jews and all this and that. She did not say that at all. She was saying that the idea of nationalism is often attributed and linked to Hitler, but it's not the reality of the situation. Hitler was more of a communist and he had homicidal tendencies. He was a killer. That's what he did. Communism at a certain point evolves into that regardless of what's going on, or devolves into it. That's what happens. Everywhere you go, when you install communism, socialism, whatever you want to call it, people die. Starvation, as they did in Germany during the war. People die from being outright killed, as they did in Germany. People lined up and shot. People were selected to go die, selected to go, quote unquote, work. That's what happens. That is not nationalism. Really what it is communism, and Hitler was also a racist and an anti-Semite. It's pretty clear, because aside from the whole Holocaust thing, I also heard that he killed people that are non-white that were in Germany. Like, they might have been first to go on a chopping block and the first to go to the camps. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments below. He also eventually killed disabled people. Okay, that's something that people don't really talk about. It wasn't just people that were Jewish. It was all kind of people that happened to be in Germany and or quote unquote greater Germany, which was another part of her argument about how nationalists don't try to go outside of their borders. This guy was all in Poland and Austria and France and everywhere else, all over the place. That's not what a nationalist does. She was separating the idea of Hitler and nationalism. That's what I got from it, because that's correct. He was not a nationalist. National Socialist really just applies to socialism, not nationalism. And really what it ended up being was a form of communism where everything just fell apart. You had the war, you had him being racist, anti-Semitic, whatever you want to call it, all of that going on, plus just an inept leader. Okay. people that don't like Candace Owens don't really care about those distinctions. They don't really care about trying to get the context of what she was saying. All they care about are sound bites, and not even really sound bites in this case, because a lot of what people are saying about Candace has been taken out of context, and they're adding stuff to it in written articles talking about, she said it was okay to kill the Jews. She didn't say anything like that. But like I said, they were adding stuff to what she said. It's the same thing that happened to Ben Shapiro, almost the exact same thing. Ben Shapiro is Jewish, clearly Jewish, wears a yarmulke, the whole 9 yards, extremely pro-Israel, like he's Jewish. There's no question about it. An Orthodox Jew, if I'm not mistaken. He was at the March for Life rally in Washington, D.C. recently and gave a speech about what would happen to baby Hitler. I'm not sure if the speech was about that, but it came up at a certain point in time. He said that he would not kill baby Hitler because baby Hitler was a baby.
Right. The argument, I guess, here is that would you kill baby Hitler? And the truth is that no pro-life person on earth would kill baby Hitler, right? Because baby Hitler wasn't Hitler. Adult Hitler was Hitler. Baby Hitler was a baby. Right? What you presumably want to do with baby Hitler was take baby Hitler out of baby Hitler's house and move baby Hitler into a better house where he would not grow up to be Hitler, right? That's the idea.
You know, you don't know that he's going to become Hitler until later. Okay, he's a baby. Like, what do you know what he's going to, you have no idea of knowing what he's going to be. No, this whole what if, like, you know, if you can go back in time and then kill him, that's different. Like, there's no time machine or nothing like that. You know, people try to say that or use that argument in favor of abortion, talking about, well, if you could kill Hitler, would you do it? No, because you have no idea of being able to know what's going on with that situation. Even if you could, would the solution be to kill the baby or to take him out of that home that he's in, maybe even out of the country that he's in, send him somewhere else, and then he could become a better person than what he actually became, okay? Because there's no way of really knowing that he was going to be in power and then order the things that he ordered in Germany. And Germany had problems anyway that were much deeper than Hitler. Hitler was just a guy that came along and did things in a way that hurt a lot of people. But Germany was in a situation where something was going to happen. Hitler was just the guy that made a lot of atrocities happen in that particular environment. So that's that. I don't have too much more to say. I think I pretty much cleared it up. What do you think? Do you think Candace Owens was wrong for what she said? Now, if she was wrong, please explain to me why she was wrong. And I want to hear your reasoning from what she actually said and not someone's interpretation of it or what they wrote in an article claiming that she said. Just base it off of what was said in the actual clip, because it ain't nothing else out there. Do you think that I'm right? And she was trying to defend the concept of nationalism and not Hitler. I think it's pretty clear, but not everybody sees it the same way. Like I said, some people just want to get on Candace because of whatever reason, because they don't like her and because they don't like conservatives. That's what that is, really. You see a young firebrand out there making things happen, changing minds, changing hearts. You can't have that. You want to attack this person any chance you get, but I'll leave that right there for now. Whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.